We're going to do something just a little bit different this morning. This little gizmo right here is called the Elf on the Shelf. If any of you saw the Cleveland Banner yesterday, yes. Great article. So we have a little video, and I'm hoping that the guys are ready to show you the Elf on the Shelf video so that you'll know a little bit about this, and then Brene and I are going to come back and talk about it because yes. she is a grandparent who purchased the Elf on the Shelf. So yes. if we could go to Elf on the Shelf video, we'll do that right now.
I've worked for Santa these many long years, and now I'm in charge of dispersing my peers. My name is Gozzle, the North Pole's lead elf, and I'm going to read you the Elf on the Shelf. Have you ever wondered how Santa could know if you're naughty or nice each year as you grow? For hundreds of years, it's been a big secret. It now can be shared if you promise to keep it. At holiday time, Santa sends me to you. I watch and report on all that you do. My job's an assignment from Santa himself. I am his helper, a friendly scout elf. The first time I come to the place you call home, you quickly must give me a name of my own. Once you are finished, my mission can start. What will you call me? Markle or Zart? Will it be Foddle, Criddle, or Clyde? Fizby's cute too, but you must decide. Each night while you're sleeping, to Santa I'll fly. To the North Pole, right through the dark sky. Of course, Christmas magic helps me to be quick. I laugh with my friends and report to Saint Nick. I tell him if you have been good or been bad. The news of the day makes him happy or sad. A push or a shove I'll report to the boss, but small acts of kindness will not be a loss. In the car, at the park, or even at school, the word will get out if you broke a rule. I'll be back at your home before you awake, and then you must find the new spot I will take. You'll jump out of bed and come running to see who'll be the first to spy little old me. Maybe the kitchen, the bathroom, or den is where you will find me, your special elf friend. I can hide on a plant, a shelf, or a frame. Where will I be? Let's make it a game. There's only one rule that you have to follow, so I will come back and be here tomorrow. Please do not touch me. My magic might go, and Santa won't hear all I've seen or I know. I won't get to tell him that you've said your prayers, or helped bake cookies, or cleaned off the stairs. How will he know how good you have been? He might start to think you forgot about him. I can't speak to you, so says Santa Claus. All of us elves have to follow his laws. I'll listen to you. Tell me your wishes. Would you like a game or some tiny toy dishes? The gleam in my eye and my bright little smile shows you I'm listening and noting your file. The final decision with Santa now rests. What do you think? Will you get your request? The night before Christmas, my job's at an end. The rest of the year with Santa I'll spend. So blow me a kiss and bid me farewell. I'll fly away when I hear Santa's bell. Of course, I will miss you, but wait till next year. When the holidays come, I'll again reappear. Until then, I wish every girl and each boy a Christmas of peace and a year full of joy.
And we are back, and that
Yes.
is the Elf on the Shelf.
Yes.
And this is absolutely the cutest thing you have ever seen.
It is.
The best behavior modification program ever put in a box, and it comes in a box, and here's your book, and here's the little elf. And you name the elf, and there's a place in the book for you to name the elf, and then you can go online and register your elf's
Yes.
name, and you even get a letter back from Mrs. Santa saying, yes, this is a Scout elf. And it's just absolutely wonderful. Absolutely. And you bought it for your grandson.
Yes, I did, and he just loves it. We read the story together, and the elf, his mom puts it in different places, and of course he changes the name every day. He's 4, so he hasn't quite settled on a name. I know my children, when they were that age, we had animals, cats, and I ended up calling them Fat Cat and Skinny Cat because the names changed every day. So he will settle on a name someday, but I think instead of just for Christmas, it could be a year-round behavior modification.
Well, it could be.
Yeah.
And we have school teachers who have purchased this. We have these at the Red Ribbon, by the way.
Yes.
And we have school teachers who have purchased them. And as soon as everybody comes back from Thanksgiving, they put the elf up. And we have some absolutely adorable stories.
Yes.
The people who, one teacher put this up in her kindergarten, and one of the little kindergarten children came in right after Thanksgiving. And the first thing he said was, "Oh, my elf followed me to school." He had an elf at home, and he saw the elf, and the teacher was going to have a little contest to name the elf, but since
Decided
that little
not
boy,
to.
since it was
Yeah.
his elf, they called it that. So, but the little elf is, those of us our age remember those little Art Deco elves. We had them hanging on our Christmas trees.
Yes.
But
I
I would,
still have some.
yes, but I will tell you the story of this lady. This lady is Carol Abersol. She taught here at Cleveland Middle School for 2 years. She went to the University of Tennessee. She's from Oak Ridge.
Oh.
She graduated from the University of Tennessee with a degree in music, and she came down here to Cleveland Middle School, Cleveland Junior High at that time is what it
yes.
was. So that
Yes.
tells you back when.
Yeah.
Cleveland Junior High, and she taught music for 2 years. And her name was Carol Varnador. So if any of you all out there listening had Carol Varnador as a teacher, would you either call me at the Red Ribbon, 473-1114, or come by the Red Ribbon, and I would like for us to kind of sign a little card, all of
Yes.
you students of Carol's
That would be cool.
that are now adults, because I had Carol in the Christmas of 2007 in the shop, and she autographed the books. And one of her students, the one that introduced her to her husband, came by with his granddaughter, I think, but it might have been his, anyway, came by with a child and purchased a book, and Carol autographed it. But Carol is married to Robert Abersol, whose father, Bob Abersol, was the first plant manager at Olin.
Oh.
And so this student introduced Carol to Robert, and 9 months later they were married, and they now live in Kennesaw, Georgia, and they have twin daughters, and then they have a son, and this is a family business. And the funny thing about this, and you and I as semi-assertive females, and I say that tongue-in-cheek, when Carol wrote this, she could not find a publisher that was interested in doing it. She tried 9 or 10, maybe 12 publishing houses, and everybody ha-ha'd her and said, "This will never go. This is too silly. Forget it."
I bet they're
Yes, they're ha-ha'd now.
Yeah.
Right,
She's
absolutely.
ha-ha'd.
So she self-published.
Well, good for her.
And I happened to be at the gift show in Atlanta and passed her booth. And all of a sudden, this lady hollers, "Cleveland, Tennessee." And I said, "Yes." And because we have to wear these badges down there at the gift mart. And I turned around and she said, "Are you from Cleveland?" And I said, "Yes." Anytime I see somebody out that does that, I always say, "Did you graduate from Lee?"
Yeah.
Because I think maybe that's kind of international type situation. No, but I met my husband there and I talked. So we had the conversation. She showed me this. I fell in love with it. I ordered 12 in.
And they went right back out.
And I will tell you, my little gift shop, since Christmas of 2007, has sold over 300 Elf on the Shelves. Now, that's my little gift shop.
Yeah.
And this is a lady who could not get a publishing company to publish her. So, folks, if you have an idea and
Go
people
for
are
it.
ha-ha'ing you, dig up some money and you go do it. And let's
Yes.
see if you can be as successful as Carol Abersol and her family, because the whole family now is
the
working
business, yeah.
in the business. And this is wonderful. And they have other little things besides the elf that they do, but this is the one that we carry at the Red Ribbon. So If you're a parent and your child does not have an elf, oh, shamey, shamey. And
Go
if you're a
get one.
grandparent,
Oh, yes.
and also if you're a grandparent and the children visit you occasionally, you might need your own elf because
Yes.
if the elf isn't there in the morning, then we get kind of upset.
Yes.
So, so come by the Red Ribbon during our little open house that we're having, and we do have these elf on the shelves. We're going to take a real quick break because I see that Byron Winters is here to talk to us about insurance. So don't go away. We'll be right back.